Hi there, this is Abhiram, and this video is about Great Expectations from Charles Dickens. First of all, I read this book around March, and actually, I realized I never posted a video about this. So, I'm actually planning to return this book to the library. So, before that, I'm just quickly making this video, and I know it has been a little while. First of all, this is a novel, a fictional novel written by Charles Dickens. This is a story of Pip, who is the protagonist of this story. Initially, we start the story from Pip's childhood to different adventures that he goes to, how his life changes around, and his he lives with his sister and sister's brother and his brother-in-law. His name is Joe, who is a blacksmith. So he's not like very well off in his childhood. So he his sister, what do you say, is like very harsh towards him because she's the only member from his family, and without her he would be like a lonely kid. His story completely starts to change when he meets a convict at his graveyard where his mom and dad are buried. So he meets this convict there, escaped convict, and from there on the story takes different turns, and we get to the Satis house with Miss Havisham, where he's invited to play, and there he meets Estella and falls in love with her, and we get to see that obsession that he's having over her, and how he's not able to understand why he's so obsessed, but at the same time he tells that beyond reason he seems like he's in love with her, and all those things. So that is the rough idea about the beginning of this book. And one thing I have to say is the way this is written. This was written in 1860s, so the wordings, the language is not very familiar to me. So initially, in the initial chapters, it was really hard for me to understand what was going on here and there. So I had to reread initially some chapters, but as the story progresses, it just really capturing. So once the Satis house and Miss Havisham are introduced to this story, it is really captivating. Like I don't think I couldn't stop reading ever since because I keep on wanted to know that like what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen next. So I just kept on reading, and honestly, like it's a really good book, and I would highly recommend you all to go ahead and read this. About the ending of this book, there are actually two endings. So initially, the ending that is given to us, ending that is a little bit on the romantic side, which was rewritten by Charles Dickens upon an advice from one of his friends. And then there is the original ending, which is a little bit more, realistic, where they two drift apart and they just randomly, bump into each other on a random day. There are a lot of things going on in this book, and one of the main things that I think is, Pip. The whole story is narrated by the older Pip, who is looking back at his life, and he's writing this book. We are guided through, and we can see that he regrets certain things, certain way he reacted or treated someone. So he feels really ashamed of that, or that he could have done better. So there is this always this narrating voice of the older Pip, judging the current Pip on what he's about to do or what he has already done. And honestly, like it's a really good book. And other than that, the story revolves around like a lot of different characters, different dialogues. It's really fun. There is this character of the lawyer who is his name is Mr. Jaggers, and his dialogues are very specific. And like that, he has a close friend. His brother-in-law, who is like one of the he's like the portrayal of loyalty in this book. So yeah, it's a really good book. So like I initially said, Pip is not born on a well-off family. His brother-in-law is a blacksmith, and having gone to the satirist's house, and he realizes that, like, from Estella's treatment of him, he realizes that like he's looked down upon because of his social status. And on a random day, when Jaggers appears and he lets Pip know that you have been given great expectations from an a secret benefactor. So you have to read this book to find out who that secret benefactor is. I have to say it's a really good book. Like, nothing is written just for the sake of fun. Like, everything comes around. You might think that, okay, this part ended, and then a few chapters later it will connect somewhere to that initial part of the story, and you would be like, oh my god, that's really good. So yeah, if you have read this book, I would like to know which is the ending that you prefer for this book, the original one that Charles Dickens had written, or do you prefer the re-edited romantic ending for the book? So yeah, that is all about this book. I wanted to make this really quickly, and I have a few more videos coming out this month, and I have been reading more books. So yeah, I'll post more videos here. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.